Hey, Nathan and Michelle. There's more of a quiet chaos happening here right now in front of the Air Transat check-in terminal. We aren't seeing a lot of passengers show up and say, oh no, my flight is canceled, because Air Transat canceled, as you mentioned, 6 flights earlier today. But we are seeing something very different, which is still showing a lot of the disruptions which passengers are facing. We heard yesterday that Air Transat was contacting a lot of passengers who are in the Dominican Republic, Punta Cana, Cancun, telling them we are flying you back early to avoid any potential disruptions. Well, they did that, and we spoke with 3 girls who, when they came, excuse me, not 3 girls, 3 women who came, and they were flying from Punta Cana, hopefully to Montreal on Wednesday. But Air Transat contacted them and said, from Punta Cana, come to Toronto, and then connect from Toronto to Montreal on Monday. They arrived at Toronto's Pearson International on Monday, but when they got here, their Porter connection had already left. So Air Transat then put them in a hotel on Monday night. They came back to the airport today to find out that their connection isn't until midnight. So they've now been scrambling with their travel agent to try to get back to Montreal. So their flight was cut short, and now they can't get back home to Montreal. So this is one of the realities which is affecting a lot of people. Here's more from them.
But it's a lot of wrong information. It's everything. It's so crazy yesterday, and at what time you come here, everything is closed. Nobody to help us. It's so crazy.
About the contract. So let's talk about the contract negotiations right now. What we're told is that both sides are still at the bargaining table, and that the airline has put forward a new offer, a 59 to 60% increase. What the airline says is that the pilots would see an increase of more than $100,000 by the time the 5-year contract is up. The airline says this is very generous and up to industry standards. The last we've heard from the union, which represents 750 pilots of Air Transat, is that they want job security, better benefits, and better pay. So the good news is they are still at the bargaining table, but as we've seen with other labor disputes in the past, whether it's with WestJet or Air Canada, the closer you get to a potential walk-off, the more flights that need to be canceled. And then, even if a strike only lasts a day or 2, it takes time for an airline to then ramp up. So this by no means is not over, especially for the passengers who are hoping to travel and get somewhere sunny. Reporting live, I'm Rahim Ladhani. Nathan, back to you.
All right. Thank you, Rahim.